Hi everyone, Gabi here. So I am a master NLP practitioner, an EFT coach, a law of assumption coach, and a mindset shifting coach here at Create Your Future. And thank you so much as we dive together deep into the law of assumption to figure out how to make it work for you. So today I'm answering subscribers' questions, and I had an amazing question come through. Let me just pull it up. That says, "Hello. I thought my job interview went well, but I still haven't heard back. As time goes by, my confidence is decreasing. What can I do?" Okay, we've all been there, right? So this is the perfect example of when you should be persisting. But first, before you persist, you need to check with yourself. What are you making it mean that you haven't heard back yet about the job interview? Are you making it mean that you don't have the job? Are you making it mean that they chose someone else? Are you making it mean that you're not manifesting that into your reality? Chances are all three of those things are what you're making it mean, or at least one of them, because you've said, my confidence is decreasing as time goes on, okay? So we have to get real with ourselves. This is when we really have to understand what it is that we're thinking. And if you can't grab for those thoughts, if you can't identify those thoughts, go to what you're feeling. You said, I feel like my confidence is decreasing as the time goes on. That means you recognize that you are not making it mean that you have your manifestation. You're making it mean you don't, okay? You can recognize the feelings, you can recognize the thought, okay? So if you are making it mean that you don't have your manifestation, we have to change that viewpoint. You've got to change that perception and that perspective of what you've got going on in your reality. So let's go to your mental diet. Let's go beyond the job offer, beyond the first day, okay? Let's go to your first 90 days. In your first 90 days in this role at this company, what are you thinking? What are you experiencing? What are you doing differently in your day-to-day? Is your routine in the morning different? Are you getting up earlier? Are you making yourself an Americano before you walk out the door? Are you sitting down and enjoying a 15-minute just reprieve with your coffee in the morning or your tea before you get going, before you pack yourself your lunch and you get out the door? What is different? How is your life different in those 90 days than it is right now in your current reality? Really think about that. Think about, what thoughts do you have differently? Oh my gosh, in my first 90 days of this role, I killed it. Like, I had my 90-day performance review. I rocked it. I walked out of there with a meets and above expectations in almost all my categories because I came in with a plan. I knew exactly what I was going to do at this company. I knew exactly what I was going to do in this role, and I executed it as soon as I walked through that door, right? Really go to, what are your thoughts in those first 90 days? How are you blending into the company culture? And how are you meeting new colleagues? How are you collaborating on projects? Are you just jumping right in? Were there a lot of projects for you to jump right into, or did you have to create and start your own new projects? Really be thinking about that. As you begin to think about that, as you begin to shift your inner dialogue or shift your inner assumptions or your perception of how you're seeing your world, your outer world must conform. And how will it conform? Through persisting, through your persistence of, this is what I'm experiencing. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm doing. This is how my life is different. This is what my reality is now. Keep returning to that. As soon as you doubt, as soon as you waver, no, hold on, wait a minute. Where am I coming from? Am I coming from the version of me who has this job, who's been in this world, rocking this role for 90 days? Or am I coming from the version of me who doesn't and who hasn't? You recognize when you aren't. Shift into the version of you who is and who has by asking yourself, what would I be experiencing if I had that right now? If I was in this right now, how would my thoughts be different? How would my life be different? Really go to that. Ask yourself, play with it. The key is by saying, what would I be thinking? You don't lock your brain into, I have to be thinking this. You also don't lock your brain into, this is it. Because sometimes that little voice in your head will push back and say, that's not true. That's not what's going on in your reality. That's not true. And for some of us, that's the hardest thing to overcome, is that little voice. Okay. So the way that you can persist in a more gentler, more compassionate, more empathetic way for yourself is to ask yourself, what would I be thinking? What would I be experiencing? That what would doesn't put your manifestation out in the future. Instead, what it does is it allows you to loosely hold your manifestation, to loosely play with it. Kind of like when you're at the beach and you're holding sand in your hand, you want to hold your hand very open and loose. Otherwise, if you go like this, the sand will go through your fingers, right? Because you're holding it too tight. It's the same thing. Let's play with our manifestation. Let's hold it loosely. Allow yourself to enjoy what you would be thinking, what you would be doing. Keep returning to those thoughts. Keep returning to that, and it must conform. I know this answered your question. Go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. The light bulb for all of you who had aha moments. Again, this isn't just about a job. You can do this with every manifestation, okay? Same thing goes for manifesting a marriage. Same thing goes for manifesting an SP. Same thing goes for manifesting a car, manifesting a butterfly, manifesting free ice cream, whatever you want. It's the same process, guys. It's the same process. Have fun with this. Manifesting should be fun. It should be easy. You shouldn't feel like you're efforting. If you feel like you're efforting, you've made it too big of a deal and you're resisting, okay? Because it's too big of a deal. Be loose with it. Be fun with it. Relax with it. And know that you are the operant power. You are perfect, whole, and complete just as you are. And just because of that, you are worthy of whatever it is that you are wanting. You are worthy of receiving it because of who you are right now. And it must conform if you persist. All right. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you want to dive continuously into Neville Goddard's teachings and how to make the law of assumption work for you. And I will see you next week. Bye.